Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this. This is TNA's Bound for Glory 2016 preview slash prediction show. I am your host, LK from KocoSports.net and LKVIP.podbean.com. Subscribe now, buy Dave Koco's book. But more importantly, to you guys, the internet infantry, do you think this show will be great? Do you think the show will be good? Do you think the show will be okay? Or do you think the show will be shit? And also want to hear what you guys have as your prediction. So put them down live in the live chat. Oh, Jesus Christ, I nearly fucking died on my own breath there. Unbelievable. Me personally, I'm actually excited for this Sunday's Bound for Glory event. I know a lot of you now could be watching the Ring of Honor All-Star Extravaganza pay-per-view event. However, I've decided to buy the TNA Bound for Glory event, and I'm going to watch All-Star Extravaganza on RH on demand, or it's about Pirates Life for me. Either way, I'm going to be bringing you a Ring of Honor All-Star Extravaganza review sometime in this channel, sometime down the line. But I'm looking forward to Sunday. I'll be reviewing TNA Bound for Glory as soon as after it airs straight away, so be on the lookout here on this channel. I'm looking forward to this show. Before I get down to breaking down every single match that's going to be taking place and give it a big preview and predictions, I'm really happy now that TNA, this event, will be taking place, because I've been hesitant for the past 48 hours, really, to whether or not I should do this show, because I don't want to preview a show and then the show not happen. It'll kind of be a big waste of everybody's time, you listening, me producing. My big plan really happened, because on my shows I've been doing Daily LK, I've been praying to God that this show happens. And now we know, because Dixie Carter on our Twitter machine today posted a tweet saying, please come to Sunday to Saturday's TV taping starting with Bound for Glory. So we know it's definitely going to take place. We know that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, they will be taking place as Dixie Carter's Twitter official one, that is, said. So let's get down straight to it. We have a decent lineup. We have 7 matches, or 6 official, including a Cody Rhodes debut. So let's start from the top and work our way down. So we have Lashley, who won him and his team won the Lethal Lockdown match at TNA Impact Wrestling last night. So Lashley won the choice of stipulation. He chose no holds barred. So we have a no holds barred match for the TNA World Heavyweight Champions. You've got Lashley, the champion, defending against challenger EC3. Now, Lashley made some comments today in the press when he was promoting the Bound for Glory event. I think it was at an ESPN radio show. I can't remember exactly what show it was, but he made some really dodgy remarks about TNA. He said, obviously, he talked about the company, and he said, I hope it stays around, but if TNA Bound for Glory does not take place, no big deal. Dude, you are representing the company as the world champion. You are the world champion, and you're not, promoting your product company in the best light. You're saying if the pay-per-view doesn't take place, the biggest one of the year, the one that's been building now for about 3 months, it doesn't really matter. Dude, that's absolutely disgusting. That's absolutely revolting, and I hope he gets in trouble for that, because I love Lashley, and I think TNA really do help him by hiding his weaknesses. He's not going out there and cutting 15-minute opening promos. He's going out there being a monster, and when you look at a guy like Lashley, that's what you want, and I think they're doing a great job. But my prediction is EC3 will get the win. You have the big babyface EC3 run with the belt. Maybe do EC3 versus Broken Matt Hardy or Jeff Hardy. Or you could do Moose versus EC3, Mike Bennett EC3. Whatever you can do. I just think it's time for change. Hot, big pay-per-view, fresh start. New ownership, hopefully with Billy Corgan, Dixie Card. Bye, see you down the line. I think EC3 is your champion. Great move there. But if Lashley wins, I'm not going to be annoyed. I'm not going to be angry. I'm not going to be, I fucking hate Lashley. Lashley's great. And his press recently has stunk, like saying, if the company goes out of business, I don't really care. Now, there is lots of people on social media recently who've been very happy that TNA are in the shitter and happy at the idea and aspect of Vince McMahon buying the promotion. That's sad, because you'll be happy that many people will be unemployed, all the wrestlers will be unemployed, all the staff will be unemployed, all the management will be unemployed, the creator will be unemployed, the production team will be unemployed. So as my phone vibrates there, I do apologize about that. Oh, fucking hell, I'm awful. How unprofessional is that? But yeah, I just think, you shouldn't be happy that a company died, whatever company it is. No matter if it's a company you despise, I don't think that you should want it, to die. But the match itself, I'm expecting a good match. 2 men who, if you saw them in the street and you're not a wrestling fan, if you saw them, you would know instantly that they're pro wrestlers. I like that. And they're fighting for the world title. I like that a lot. Then we have the Decade, which is a bit and crazy Steve. They are the TNA World Tag Team Champions. They'll be facing the Broken Hardy Boys. That's Brother Nero and Matt Hardy with Rebby Hardy. This is called the Great War Match. Dude, this is going to be crazy, but it's going to be awesome. This time last year, no, scrap that. Earlier this year, when they just signed with Pop, and I was doing reviews for this channel back in January, I made remarks that were pretty insulting. I used to call Matt Hardy Fat Hardy, and I used to call Spliff Jeff Hardy. And the way I work, if I give you a nickname, you can earn the right to have your full name read out loud on the show. And then that's probably one of the biggest compliments ever. Like I call Alberto El Patron, I call him Bertie. You know, if you hear me come on here and say Alberto El Patron, you know he's done his job right. Like I have nicknames for people. You know, Zack Ryder's Batty Ryder. You know, this just, you know, if I come on here and give them their real name, like, what? You haven't called them by their name? It's because they earned their name to be said properly. Here, I'm speechless. In 10 months, what the Hardys have done has revolutionized modern day pro wrestling, even though Lucha Underground have done this. And I need to be careful with my wording here because I absolutely love and adore Lucha Underground more than anything else on this planet. And I really did enjoy this week's episode. I just feel that it's just taking it to another level. And I'm interested here, and I think we're going to get the belts on the Hardys. I mean, they were heel, now they're big time baby faces, and this is going to be brutal. It's called the Great War. The build-up for this has been absolutely magnificent. Decay was absolutely breathtakingly awesome. If you haven't watched that yet, and you're kind of like, what's this guy talking about? Watch that. Please watch that. It's entertainment. And what I say about Impact every week, it is a great week-to-week episodic television show. It may not be the best wrestling show out there, but as a television show, I'm emotionally attached to pretty much every single one of these characters, minus the Bound for Glory Gauntlet match, which I could give zero shits about. But my prediction is that the Broken Hardys will win. They'll be your new TNA Tag Team Champions heading into the future. And that means we can get a rematch for the Decay, which means we continue this feud, which is just all greatness. Greatness everywhere. Then we have a singles match in the final of the Impact Grand Championship tournament. For the inaugural Impact Grand Championship, you have Aaron Rex, formerly of Damien Sandow, versus Eddie Edwards replacing Drew Galloway. And this was horrible. Because on these previous shows, I've been saying, you know what, I'm extremely excited for the Aaron Rex, Drew Galloway, and now, because obviously Drew Galloway's injury, the replacement was Eddie Edwards. And that's not an insult to Eddie Edwards. I think Eddie Edwards is a great pro wrestler, and he's doing great stuff with the X Division. It's just he lost. Now, prediction here, Aaron Rex will get the win. And then you have Aaron Rex versus Drew Galloway when Drew Galloway comes back healthy. But that upsets me a lot. You know, work for a tournament. This is the difficulty with TNA taping so far in a fucking advance. It just means that this can happen. It's a shame, it's a tragedy, but these things can happen when you're not just wrestling for TNA, you're wrestling for other companies as well, because quite frankly, you need to make a living. And it's just just a tragedy. You know, just imagine that tournament and then not to be able to see the final, and the way they've been building up the Galloway and Sandow has just been breathtakingly brilliant. To not be able to see that payoff is upsetting, but again, maybe it's a blessing in disguise and we can go to that match sometime down the line. Speaking of great build, Moose versus Mike Bennett, the build has been nearly 2-3 months, involving Lashley, involving EC3. Just a great build. You know, Mike Bennett brought Moose into the company, and now Moose turned babyface, turned on Mike Bennett. Mike Bennett everyone thought, oh no, he's joined Lashley, but he didn't join Lashley, he's solo. So Moose, Mike Bennett. Very interesting one. I can see Mike Bennett winning by cheating, or I can see Moose getting the win. But how about this? My bold prediction of the night. Whoever wins this match between Moose and Mike Bennett, I think and I feel that the winner of this match will become number one contender for the world title. So whoever wins will be the number one contender for the world title. That's how I see this on the card and the way it's been structured recently. You know, Moose and Mike Bennett have been heavily involved in the world title scene, even though if they're not challenging, well, they have been recently. I think 3 weeks ago alone, Mike Bennett did challenge, and Moose has been fighting and brawling with Lashley around the building. But I hope they put out a good match. I'm not particularly, high on either, but I'm not in any way negative towards them. I hope they blow my mind. And, I'm heading into this very open-minded, not expecting some great wrestling, but great stories. So if there is a great wrestling match on here, I'll put it over. Then we have the knockouts timeline. We have new TNA Hall of Fame who goes in this Sunday. Gail Kim challenging Maria, who is the knockouts champion. She won after Ali. Basically, Maria made Ali lie down and surrender her title. Here is the prediction for this. Gail Kim gets the win, and Ali is the one who costs Maria the championship. I mean, Ali's pop recently, Ali chants, have been really loud. Like, really, really loud Ali chants. The way I see they do this, big turn, big pay-per-view, big moment. Ali becomes a star. You have the heel Maria now wanting to beat on Ali, and you could do the rematch with Gail Kim, and they've been building this ever since pretty much Maria came back in January. Gail Kim gets to win the Knockouts title on her Hall of Fame night weekend. Everyone wins there, and it's just the way that's been builded. Like, Maria is a shit worker. Everyone listening to this right now knows it. Maria's awful, but if this is booked right, I think it could be good. Then we have a 10-man bound for gold match where the winner could choose any championship match of their choice at any time they want. So give or take it, a Money in the Bank pretty much. So you have Tyrus. What has he been doing recently? Robbie E. What has he been doing? Jesse Goddard. What has he been doing? Baron Dax. Who the fuck is that? Grado. Fuck off. I'm iffy on Grado. And this could be touchy. This could be a really touchy subject. I know he's got a big fan base, but it's like Enzo and Cass. I think they're great entertainers. I think Grado suits TNA very well because of that. I just think he's out of shape, and I know that's part of the character, so please don't shout at me. Please, I know, I understand that's part of his character. But when he's resting inside a ring, whatever sided ring it is, I want to see great athleticism. I want to see great heart, character. He does have characters, just he seems blown up. But again, that is part of the character, so difficult. I just don't like him. It's like Enzo and Cass and Sexy Star. I just don't like certain people. Now, I'm entitled to my opinion. You might not agree with it, but in the end of the day, it's mine, and you have yours, and you're entitled to yours. I'm entitled to mine. I'm just giving mine out onto a mic. Then we have Big Mo Shearer. Excuse me as I fucking die on air. Really bad cough. That's why I'm in my dressing gown right now. I'm not actually feeling the greatest in the world, but you just got to smack on your brave face and just keep on trooping forward. Versus Rockstar Spud. Could win that. Eli Drake might actually, I don't know. Braxton Sutter, there you are. So that's the 9. I'll read that again. Tyrus, Robbie E, Goddard, Baron Dax, Grado, Big Mo Shearer, Rockstar Spud, Braxton Sutter, Eli Drake, and to be announced. We do not know who that is. Right, so we'll cut this. We'll cut it down. So let's Tyrus we haven't seen for a while. Cut him out. Big Mo Shearer and Grado in there for the laughs. Braxton Sutter and Rockstar Spud are going to continue their rivalry, I think. Eli Drake could win. I mean, he was in a match last week with EC3. So they have a bit of faith in him. I do love his dummy line. I think that's funny. But the to be announced, I'm not sure. I mean, on Wikipedia it says Cody versus to be announced, but I think Cody, excuse me, Cody will be the 10th man in the Bound for Gold Gauntlet match. That's my prediction. I think Cody Rhodes will be the 10th man and he will win this. However, if it is Cody Rhodes versus an opponent, who the fuck will the opponent be? I mean, who else on the roster can you go with? I mean, you could do Cody Rhodes versus a Trevor Lee or Andrew Everett. I mean, you could do that. I'm not really sure. I mean, a DJZ, Cody Rhodes, DJZ, you could do any of them, but I don't really think you want Cody versus Xavier Jab, but I think Cody Rhodes versus Trevor Lee could be one heck of a fucking professional wrestling match. I really think it could be great. So if it's Cody versus Trevor Lee, fucking take my money. Oh, wait, you already will. But I'm looking forward to that. And so it's a card. I actually think it's a great looking card. But more importantly, the build, and more importantly than that, the effort, the pure effort in the build is what I admire. WWE, they usually have good pay-per-views. We'll admit that. We may be negative Nellies when it regards to WWE, but they do have good pay-per-views. Well, wrestling-wise, anyway, their writing stinks. It does stink, but they normally do have good pay-per-view events. But the weeks building up to it sucks. TNA made me buy this show by their build. If TNA's build stunk, I wouldn't have bought it. But they earn my paycheck. Thank you very much, everyone. Now let's get to see what you guys put in the live comments. Oh, we have loads of comments, and that makes me very happy. So we have the Wayne Forster podcast. Hello, breaking news: Drew Galloway will be out of injury according to Yep. How much longer does TNA have left till it folds? They barely have enough to do Bound for Glory. I'm not. I'm not sure really. Obviously, Dixie Carr today on her Twitter machine did announce that she has pretty much announced that TNA Bound for Glory will take place, and that the Impact tapings from Monday to Saturday will be taking place. So we can pretty much guarantee the aspect that Bound for Glory will happen and the TV tapings will happen. But more importantly than that, what is the ownership now like? Like there's always questions coming out of these reveals or announcements, so to speak, from Dixie Carter. Did Billy Corgan, quite frankly, buy the company? We don't know who bought that company. You know, how did $600,000 just randomly appear? You know, did Dixie Carter go to her daddy? That's always a possibility, you know, but they cut her off a long time ago, rightfully so. Stop stealing. Fucking bitch. I don't know. I'm interested to find out what's going on, and I really am. I'm fascinated by this whole situation. I think I touched on this. I can't remember one of my shows. I do so many fucking shows these days. I actually forget which one it was. So if you haven't heard it because you're not a VIP yet, just become a VIP and then you find out. Cheapest plug in the world. I'm thinking that, oh, dude, because that plug was so bad, it actually made me laugh. I forgot what I was damn saying. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. That was it. Press. All this talk about TNA and all these websites, all of it, like daily, like what will happen with TNA daily? What will happen with TNA daily? What will happen with TNA daily? You're still talking about TNA, and it's still talking about Bound for Glory. Will Bound for Glory take place? Will Bound for Glory take place? Will Bound for Glory take place? It's always on the top of the lips of every wrestling fan worldwide right now. Now we know it's taking place. Maybe more people will buy it. Maybe more people buy the pay-per-view. Maybe it's just good publicity. Maybe they actually had enough money the whole time. It's just maybe a member of management said, hey, look, why don't we just fucking tell them the company's in the shitter? Go tell Dirty Dave Meltzer that. Simple. You know, they might have done that. They might have worked us the whole time. Predictions, though, that they obviously that didn't take place, and obviously they might not be that intelligent to do that, or maybe they are in the shitter. Either way, it's just I'm happy that Bound for Glory is taking place. I'm happy we got the aftermath of Bound for Glory. That being said, that does make me happy. That was a good question. Well, I wanted to talk about that anyway. I talked to Koco and he said, okay, yeah, cool. Just hit me up. What kind of show you want to do? Maybe we could do like a Fave 5 together. The reason he isn't promoting the company is because the company is dying, basically. Why support something that's basically dead? It's not dying. If they've got Bound for Glory taking place and they got 5 sets of TV tapings coming up, why not, as the world champion, put the company over? I was actually so shocked when I read Lashley's report earlier on this afternoon. I was shocked when I saw that he said, oh, if the company dies, who cares? It doesn't bother me. Like, dude, you're the world champion of that company. Why would someone buy the pay-per-view when you're like, oh, yeah, I'm the world champion and I don't care if the company dies? Come on. Do you find it funny 15 years ago WCW was bought by WWE and 15 years later TNA could be bought? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I don't think WWE will. I think that it's a great place for people to... They've took so much from them. You know, they took the AJ Styles, they took the Bobby Roode, they took the Samoa Joe. How about you just let them continue to build, and then when, like, EC3, just snatch him. You know, just snatch him. You know, Trevor Lee, when he gets a bit more experience on the national and TV stage, snatch him. You know, Cody Rhodes, when he comes back, snatch him back. You know, Anrex, snatch him back. Galloway, snatch him back. But they're on TV, which means they're still on people's minds, and which means when they come back, they'll be more over than if they're not on TV. So I think WWE would, it's not like TNA competing with WWE, are they? Let's face it, they never really have properly. Ever since they lost the Spike TV deal, the minute that Spike TV deal was lost, was the last minute that they were competing with Vince McMahon. Brother LK, I knew you would stream. If WWE were to buy TNA, would they keep the Broken Hardys gimmick, or would they bury it to someone like Roman Reigns or Cena? I mean, their track record is they would bury it no matter what, but I wouldn't trust. This is such a compliment to TNA right now. I wouldn't trust WWE writers to write the Broken Hardys. That's how much respect I have for whoever's writing this program right now on TNA. And me and Dave Koco this time last year, when they were going through the GFW bullshit on Destination America, we were burying this product hard. We were burying it hard. Me, Dave, Koco, Boom Boom, we were burying the shit out of this. But now it's improved and now it's better. I've said all along, if your product's good, I'm going to put it over, and if it's shit, I'm going to bury it. It's just how I work. I don't support a company like Ring of Honor tonight. They're having a live pay-per-view right now. I should be watching it. However, I have so much shit to catch up on with VIP shit. So much to catch up on. So I've got to catch up on that, and I'm going to watch All Star Extravaganza tomorrow. I just don't want it all piling up on my head, so I kind of took the night off from watching live wrestling. But I just don't I can't in my mind just be so loyal to a company. I really can't. I look at this as wrestling, okay? I don't care how many sides it's got. I don't care what color the ropes are. I don't care what company logos on the apron or the turnbuckle. I watch wrestling because I love it, and B, it's because I don't care. I just want to be entertained. And you guys watching it, you want to be entertained. Does it really matter what company it is? Whether it's WWE, TNA, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Lucha Underground, Ring of Honor, does it really matter? Your local indie down the road, it's always the same thing. It's still pro wrestling. It's like, I don't go, oh yeah, I love the Barclays Premier League football, but I hate the Spanish La Liga. You don't do that. If you love football, you love all of it and you support all of it. It's just the way I work. Could I join to talk TNA? I can't really give you the link to Hangouts on there because I could probably, Dave Koco could kick my ass. Do you think WCPW could partner with TNA or even buy TNA to use their talent? That's a fucking magnificent idea if WCPW were involved. Because I know they got an pay-per-view this Friday. Next Friday was, Friday. I think they got pay-per-view. I might give that a watch because it's got Kurt Angle involved, so I might give that a watch. TNA's website's a fucking joke. Yeah, that is so true. TNA's website stinks. I know KocoSports.net is a much better site than that. Dragon Rider 951. This card might not be the best ever, but at least TNA is trying, and more people should give them credit, even though a lot won't. Yeah, dude, I hate that stereotypical, oh, it's TNA, so it's shit. I hate that type of person. Yes, TNA was shit, but they've turned the corner. Billy Corgan's now involved, and he deserves a lot of credit. He's already turned this company around, and him in the press. We've talked badly about Lashley in the press. Corgan in the press is like, you know what? If it goes, it goes. But if I do get hold of this, I'm not just going to, clear it so that we're safe for this TV taping and safe for the Bound for Glory pay-per-view. I want it so that it's safe and secure for these wrestlers for the next 20 years. Admire the man for that, and I admire everyone for leaving comments. I admire everyone watching this live. Thank you very much for joining me. I'm looking forward to reviewing Bound for Glory 2016 immediately after the show airs, so check out Koco Sports YouTube channel right here where you are, so hit the subscribe button so you know when we are going live. Also, make sure you buy Dave Koco's book. Buy Dave Koco's book, Operation Freakshow. Please buy it. If you don't want to fork out the 15 or 13, 12 bucks for the paperback copy, buy the Kindle one. Dude, I have the Kindle one on my phone. It cost me like £3 or something like that when it was converted to English pounds. It's actually a great read. You're like, oh, it's Dave Koco. He's a wrestling nerd. But dude, he's actually a really good writer. And this is coming from me. I fully recommend everyone watching this now to go out of their way to read that book. When you read it, you can feel that Koco really did put his heart and soul into it, and it feels personal. You feel like he's talking it to you, and it's magnificent. And because you hear his voice, I know for sure I do this. I don't know if anyone else does it. When I'm reading the book, I picture Dave Koco reading it, like in my mind, like him as he wrote it, him reading it. It's just really, really fucking great. And I think everyone out there right now should go out of their way. Amazon.com, Amazon.co.uk, type in Operation Freakshow, enter. If you don't want to do that, the link's in the fucking description box right now. You go buy that book and you do the great man Dave Koco a favor. The more people that buy the book, the quicker we get Mr. David Koco's back. So everyone, please go out of your way to buy the damn book, please. Oh, as you are there, splashing the cash. LKVIP is 99 pence per month. Go to lkvip.podbean.com. Also go to KocoSports.net. Like, comment, subscribe on all our platforms. Wrestling Ranting, please check him out. He's a great YouTuber and wrestling podcaster and a great historian. Looking forward to we'll be doing a retro live commentary next Thursday, I think. And Sammy will be MIA due to working schedules, etc. So I'll be missing Sammy these 2 weeks. I really will, but hopefully we can get some co-hosts on here. As Wayne Forster podcast, I'll get into contact with you about maybe possibly doing doing a Fave 5 or maybe a preview or maybe even the review of Bound for Glory. Who knows? Don't get your hopes up again. I'll talk to Koco about it, okay? So that being said, like, comment, subscribe. Please buy Dave Koco's book. LKVIP, become a VIP member. It's 99 pence per month for extra content, and you can download it on the Podbean app for free, which means you'll be able to listen to it while you're at work, while you're having a shit. EC Cuff, a loyal member of the Internet Infantry, messaged me tonight. No word of a lie, saying, thank you. Obviously, thank you. Now I'm a VIP member. I thanked him. And he said also, I can now listen to your stuff at work. So if you're at work and you have access to your mobile device and you have headphones, you can listen to me at work all day long. So with that being said, this has been LK. Make sure you all stay safe. Make sure you all stay well. I'll be catching your asses down the line.